All right, hi Nine Honors. I hope you are staying healthy and you're staying home and you are washing your hands a lot. So let's go over what we're going to do this week. You can see on the screen our weekly agenda. So we just have a few things that we're working on. The first is that you have a Membeing quiz today. Ooh, there we go. It's today. It is open for you. It will be open for the next 24 hours. I would do it before you forget. So we're going to take that quiz today and we're going to continue our practice throughout the week just like it's a normal school week. That means 45 minutes split between 2 different days. We're also going to be working on our free reading book and our projects. So the one that you picked out from my library or one that you chose from home, you're going to keep reading that. And I have a few assignments that you're going to be doing to go along with that reading. For long-term stuff that you should know, any assignment that you complete for me, for now, you're going to send that to my email address. You should all have that by now. It's also very important that when you send me these emails, the subject heading of your email needs to be the class and the assignment name, okay? You cannot send me document 127 without a subject heading, okay? There's just going to be too much volume for that. So you need to give a subject heading with English 9H and then whatever assignment you're sending me. So the first one could be English 9H Vocab Activity, all right? I said to title your document, so you're not sending me document 100, and the due dates matter, okay? We are abiding by due dates that I set for you. You'll notice that I don't give you a lot of due dates throughout the week, but that there's going to be 3 or 4 things due by Friday. So if you let that pile up, you're going to have a bad time. So for today, the things that we want to get done today, if you're tracking with me, are the Membeing quiz. If you miss the window, which again is 24 hours, if you miss the window, email me and I'll reissue the quiz. You're going to take a late grade, okay? That's going to be 10% off whatever you get on your quiz. So we're continuing with our Membeing practice. 45 minutes, you still have the Monday through Sunday and the 25-minute limit. And for Pete's sake, guys, take Membeing notes. A lot of you guys missed points on your notebooks because 3 months worth of notes were just missing. So it ends now. You're going to take those Membeing notes in your notebook, or if you do them on a separate sheet of paper, you just need to make sure that you turn those in at the end of the 4th quarter with your notebook. Okay, moving on. So after you've done your Membeing quiz, you're going to work on your free reading, whatever book it is that you've decided. So some suggestions for doing your reading well, because we know that it's hard to read when you're distracted. Find a cozy nook that's quiet, that's away from distractions. If you want to play some classical music quietly, the way that I do in class, that might help your brain focus as well. You want to be comfy, but not too comfy, because you have to read and not fall asleep. Set a timer for yourself and then just dig in, okay? I would go for 15 or 20 minutes or ask your mom to set a timer on the oven, but however you set your timer, it can't be on your phone right next to you because we all know that's just too much of a distraction. The last things that I want to tell you about your independent reading are don't try to read and do the assignment at the same time. It's just going to make the reading more difficult and you're not going to focus as well, so your understanding's not going to be as good, and then the journals aren't going to be as good. So do the reading, take a break, and then crack the book back open when you're ready to do the journal prompts. But because you've read so well, you're probably not even going to need to open it. Now, your benchmark for the week is 70 pages. I'm hoping that this is about halfway through your book, but since we all have different books, it might be more than half, it might be less than half. So whatever halfway is for you, figure out where that is, and that's your goal, because guess what we're going to do after spring break? We're going to finish the book. So get yourself about halfway through this week. Does that make sense? You can't answer me, so I hope it makes sense. Okay, So, what I would do before you start to read is choose which vocab activity you're going to do, because then you can start to look for words and just kind of quickly mark them with a little pencil mark as you read. So on the assignment, there are 3 different activities for you to choose from. All right, they're not all for you to do. You need to choose one. Okay, so on one of them is just a log where you're recording definitions, parts of speech, and quoting the sentence from the book. The next one is a crossword option, which I think is more fun, because why not make it a crossword, where you're going to use the definitions as clues for the words, and you can use kind of any online crossword generator to create that. The last one is a thesaurus. Now, this is a good option if the book that you're reading doesn't have a lot of new vocab words. Now, I'm guessing you'll have new vocab words, but if you don't, if you know confidently every single word that you have read in this book, number 3 is for you. It's where you're going to create a thesaurus using the words in the book that you already know. So find a sentence, find a passage that feels boring or overused, and rewrite a sentence inserting a better word that you have chosen. Okay? So choose your activity before you start to read, and then you'll kind of know what you're looking out for as you continue to read. So today we did our Membeing quiz. We picked which activity we were going to do, and we read our book for at least 20 minutes, noticing any vocab words that we found, but really not stopping in the middle of our reading. We just want to quickly mark those and keep going so that our focus is maintained and smooth. So, comment with any questions that you have, or email me and we'll figure this out together. I will see you all tomorrow for the next steps, but don't feel like you have to pace yourself with me. If you want to work forward, cram it all into 1 or 2 days, that's fine. This is just a guideline for you to use if you want to. Hopefully, I get to see you soon.